Meghan Markle here.
Today is June 7th, 2025. It is 4:57 a.m. This is video number 2. I was reading some comments and respond to some of them, like this one I literally just responded to. It's good to read some of those comments where I read where some of you are not on Twitter. You purposely, to preserve that comment then said, but some people preserve their mental health for not going on certain social media pages. So I'm glad whatever I could contribute to connect you with other squaddies on X or Blue Sky, to keep you informed and involved on some of the discussion that are being talked about. I'm just happy that I could make that connection. I guess in a positive way of the Sussexes, they didn't ask me to do it, with the exception of one squaddie who said, can you put more videos, about Twitter out and things like that. So I took it upon myself to share my thought with you while I share some of the tweets, scan through Twitter, see what's worth sharing with you, some funny ones, silly one, and things like that. So when I read comments about you guys truly appreciate, even if it's just one of you, it makes my moment feel, I guess it was worth it pretty much to spend the time and share these tweets with you, because I just don't want to add to the negativity that's going on out there. I try my best. This is not to say everybody will agree with me, but to share my opinion and share the other side of the derangers type of narrative. With that being said, these are the numbers. Let's go on Twitter. I just did one video. It's on PYTE. It's about the Sussexes. Harry and Meghan went to Disney World for Little Bet's birthday. So go check that out. Some tweets about that. So we're going to focus on some tweets that I left behind. Yesterday I didn't record anything because not only I was trying to finish editing whatever I recorded prior, and I had a hair appointment. I put braids on. And it took all day. It took all day. When I came back, I was hungry, and the kids, I just ate, took a shower, brushed my teeth, went back to bed. Anyway, so let's get started. So I bookmarked my comment, and I responded to this. Let's see here. Because this is a moment she and her husband have already experienced in the comfort of their privacy. Years later, they decided they've enjoyed that moment enough and share it. Okay, that's 2N. This would have been just enough. And shared it with the world. The British media were not there to interfere in their moment of joy, to sabotage it for journalism. Okay, so what was I responding to? Probably something. Oh, to this. The Daily Fair would. Why the Duchess of Privacy is suddenly sharing a video of herself twerking in the maternity suit. And I said, it's because of that, what I just read. Okay, so let's go into this and see what other squaddies are saying. Yesterday, William, Charles, and Camilla went to cut ribbons, and yet none of them made the front page. No wonder they are so bitter against Harry and Meghan. It's clear William, Charles, and Kate and Camilla are so unpopular. Alright, there's my comment, which I read already. It's not even good outrage anymore. It's lazy, predictable, performative, and the dullest sense. Another day, another title tantrum. The Voodoo Rats' greatest hit now, repeat. Now on repeat. There's that. I'm not gonna click on that. These haters have that desperate, unloved, jealous, envious, pathetic, and sad life. Sarah should worry about the fact that not even her husband wanted her then. Oh my God, the squad, they don't play. Went after the husband. It's the laugh she put at the end. This is what you consider being popular, getting ragged on in the press. Yeah, in her own time, not at the demand of the Sun and Daily Fail. They never said they wanted privacy. The Daily Fail said that. And Piers Morgan.
If you want to be private, go back to America and live privately. It's pretty straightforward.
They wanted press to stop hounding them. I like to say King Charles is irrelevant, but he takes too much taxpayers' money to fly below the radar. Superfluous is probably the word. Exorbitant, excess, extravagant, and expendable. Alright, so let's go to the next one. Next tweet. Right now, the squad are talking about the Disney thing, which I've already covered. Yesterday, William, did I put it twice? Let me pause. Okay, I see what I did. Because it was the retweet. Let's go to the next one. I covered that already. It mixed with my tweet. Next one. The more they bitch and moan about Meghan Markle, the more I hope she continues to take a piss on the British press and royalists alike. Okay, this one I blacked. The royal family is currently full of rapists, pedophiles, adulterers, and fraud. Yeah, she wasn't the problem, mate. Alright, she's responding to that. I'm not gonna view it. Yeah, I get it. You want the worldwide press to be disgusted because you don't like her, but that's not reality, mate. Most normal people and press thought this was just a cute video. Okay, a scum of idiot fretting about a woman dancing. Alright, so let's leave that alone. Next tweet. They always have to come. The narrative is not working. They're trying to come and say their nonsense. People see, they trust their eyes, their senses. You have your senses for a reason. Your eyes, the smell, taste, touch, all of that. But these people, the leftovers, want you to forget everything that nature has given, and you're supposed to rely on them only to tell you when to jump, how to jump, when to eat, all of that, how to move around. But meanwhile, your eyes, you neglect to follow or trust your eyes. People are seeing for themselves. Next week. LOL, how could you hate them? This is amazing. Meghan and Harry are such icons. Okay, I'm not gonna play this because I will have to put screenshot and all of that. By now, you guys probably seen this video a couple times already because YouTube will give me a hard time. Alright, they want them to be so unhappy and miserable so bad. Okay, I love them. Love them so much. These racists swear she faked her pregnancy because they hate that a black woman carries the British royal bloodline. They should be so lucky. I don't understand why people hate her so much. I'm surprised that she hasn't been accused of killing Queen Elizabeth. To be honest, she is blamed for everything else that is wrong in the UK. Well, they kept her away from her, so that's a good thing. They can have that excuse. And then they made sure she didn't come to see the body because I've said that so many times, because I truly believe she didn't go, even though she was sick. Okay, I think they fast forward that death. Okay, because during that time, Harry and Meghan were in the news. People were cheering, the positive thing. They didn't want that. So instead, they threw one under the gutter for the sake of for them to not be seeing worldwide, to be in a positive way. All right, so they took the queen down. The queen took the fall. It's all love for the Sussexes over here. I will never hate them. They are the king and queen in my book. The British media and UK royal friends are jealous and angry they have no control over them, and that Prince Harry and Meghan are joyful and not miserable. We love Harry and Meghan's joy. Okay, Meghan brought some sauce and spice to the royal family, and I'm loving it. And then Harry told them, take advantage of Meghan being in the royal family. Did they listen to him? No. And this is why I've said so many times that they divide the brother for a reason. Because Harry was the smartest one in the institution. He was voice of reasoning, and he was too close to all of the decision makers. The Queen, his grandmother, King Charles, his father, the heir, William, his brother. So Harry was giving them good advice. We need to remember that Harry is a royalist. He was born in the institution, but he's one of those who understand his position at that time. But now he doesn't give a F because they want to erase him, so he doesn't give a F about them. But at that time, he was being reasonable with them and said, use Meghan as being part of the family to get the global attention that Harry and Meghan are now getting just for themselves. They were willing to share the spotlight with them. But instead, they were like, no. I want the spotlight all to myself. You guys gotta go. And then Harry and Meghan was like, okay, we're gone. We tried to be reasonable with you. We tried to protect you.
So in conclusion, if you'd had the support, you'd still be there?
Without question.
Yeah.
I'm sad that what's happened has happened. But I know, and I'm comfortable knowing that we did everything that we could to make it work. And we did everything on the exit process the way that it should have been
with
done.
as much respect.
With as much
and,
respect.
Oh my God, we just did everything we could to protect them.
In many shape or form, but you don't want it? Okay, we're leaving. Okay, William kicked them out. Keep that in mind. And then the spotlight, follow them. You can't control the media. I mean, the royal family can, but they want to make money. But the royal family who wants the spotlight, they're not creating enough content for the media in their country to talk about them. Everything that they do when they're trying to be themselves is pure garbage that's coming out of them. So nobody wants to see garbage. There's enough garbage in the world for us to try to clean out instead of focusing on you guys and clap and cheer for garbage. We don't want garbage. But hey, let them be. Harry won them. Okay, they were so cute and on point together. He's her person. There's a heart here. Bless that baby. She's almost 25 now. LOL, 4 big years. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. That comment was a bit confusing, but whatever. Next tweet. Okay, the squad are laughing. And then we have the squad. Every time the UK media try to bring their bullshit out, their blueprint of bullshit, the squad just laugh at them and just chew it and spit it right back at them. I've shared some of them on my community board, so you know what I'm talking about. Okay, a 4-year-old video has seemingly broken Britain. Apparently sharing a fond memory from 4 years ago is among the gazillion things Meghan and Harry do that set Misery Isle ablaze. The squad are laughing. I love it. Ditch anyone who constantly tells you you're doing it wrong, because it is lit a fire under their crazy conspiracy theories. They don't like that. That's right. Okay, because they thought Harry and Meghan have been miserable all along, only to now find out that they've been twerking. But Harry told them in his book, Spare. Alright, let's see. I do love the term Misery Isle, and the behavior here shows something deeply rotten in the British haters and the royal family watchers. It's a national obsession and a mass case of negative parasocial relationship. They all need professional help from their obsession. Like I've said, that help that they need, it cannot come from any psychologist in the UK. Okay, those psychologists in the UK, in my humble opinion, need psychologist help from someone outside of the UK, because you cannot tell me you in that profession, you understand the mind, how negativity affect the mind. Okay, let me put my disclaimer here. In college, my first year in college, I was supposed to take Psychology 101, the basic of basic. Okay, I didn't do too well in it because I was asking too many questions, and I realized I was gonna fail that misery class. I didn't want to repeat it again. So whatever the professor was saying, I just spit it right back, even though it did not make sense to me, because there's so many question after question after question. I was getting annoyed by the professor, and the professor was getting annoyed by me. So to pass the damn class, I shut my mouth and spit everything right back to her the way she wanted, so I could get out of that class. So psychology is very difficult. So for someone, anyone in the UK who went to top universities, I don't know what's the top university in the UK, Cambridge, Oxford, whatever, you do your masters, I don't know what the level of degrees they have, PhDs and whatever, you telling me during the period where Meghan was over there, the media, all sort of form of medias, newspapers, TV shows, you name it, it was like a blood sport for these people over there. Every single day they bashing her. You telling me not one psychologist to come out and say stop that? It's not good for mental well-being. Okay, they might be throwing it at Meghan, and it did reach her where she almost took her life because she didn't understand what she was doing wrong. But people, let's say any regular person in the UK, who probably not really about Harry and Meghan, but listening to the negativity over and over and over, non-stop, it might affect them as well. So while they're dragging Meghan, they probably drag a couple other Brits in the UK as well. You tell me not one psychologist in the UK, professional, all of them should be ashamed of themselves. If they come to the US, let's say, hopefully, knock on wood, I don't know, maybe everybody in this world need a psychologist, but not from the UK. If I were to meet a psychologist and they tell me they're from the UK, I will leave right away. I do not want to deal with any psychologist from the UK, because that period of time where they were bashing her, all of them shut their mouth and don't say anything to defend her and say enough is enough. And then to go, if you are on social media, because you are a business, if you're a psychologist, you're a business, you want clients to come and pay you to help them, but you shut your mouth. I'm pretty sure you have some sort of social media to talk about your business and things like that. If you then use your platform to say something and said what the media is doing to her is wrong, you don't deserve to be a psychologist. And if you're from the UK, I have no respect for psychologists in the UK at all. This is my personal views. Because at that time, it was unfair, uncalled for. Everybody shut their mouth. With the exception of those MPs who wrote the letter and they signed it. So this is what's saving, give a little grace for the UK. At least those elected officials did what was right. Those women did what was right. But for the psychologists, even something similar to what the MPs did, where a group of psychologists write an open letter and then put their name next to it, that would have been good as well. But everybody shut their mouth with the exception of the MPs. Oh my God. Alright, so you could read some of these. Pause and read. Okay? I went off on this because this is what got me talking about her, because it was uncalled for. I had to question myself. I probably was one of those people who were clicking on the Daily Fail articles, reading it. But when it becomes so consistent and I'm like, wait a second, it can't be. African American at this level, there is no way, absolutely no way she would be behaving like this the way the paper is saying. And then when I went and looked, the garbage that I was seeing coming out of that institution, I was like, what the hell? Okay, this is how my videos, my channel come about. And then when YouTube realized that I'm not going anywhere, they were trying to demonetize my channel. That's PYTE, that was my first channel. And I realized they were going to demonetize it because there were little things here and there I was seeing. It was not making sense to me. And I saw they were itching to demonetize the channel. And I was like, you know what? Let me create a backup. This channel, APTS Sussex, is a backup channel. While I still maintain PYTE, where I talk about the positive and all of that, about Harry and Meghan, you talk Lily's birthday, the Disney tweets are over there. And then this is where I talk about these crazy things, the derangers and all of that. Because both channels are monetized. Like for instance, I have a third channel where I talk about their work. So far I have not put some content there for a while. It became monetized, and I believe while they were, what event they were, is it Colombia? And I was sharing some videos, people were watching, and I was making money. They demonetized it. And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna fight to monetize it again, because some of the videos that I have there, I feel satisfied with it. I have 2 channels that monetize, I'm okay with it. So anything that I want to be monetized or anything, I just put it on the channels that are monetized. Everything is Harry and Meghan anyway. So I was trying to differentiate topics, but YouTube was like, want to be greedy? So I was like, okay, you could be greedy, but I'm satisfied with what I have. And they try to stir me to be, I'll show you something. Let's go in here. Content, is it there? No, analysis. Where trend. You're gonna see this. If I want to make a lot of money talking about Harry and Meghan, if I want to talk the trend that's going on, this is what they're giving me. Okay, these are the topics they're giving me. I could go by to make videos like this. Okay, look at how they're putting Meghan's face. Okay, you could read the topic, the title. I'm looking for the word title. Okay, 258,000 views, 245, 147, 37,000, and all that. This is what will make me money. But instead, I was like, I'm okay with what I'm doing. Okay, those I know my videos are not that hype and all of this. Thank God I started that video where I told you I was reading the comment. At least some well-minded people who are busy, who's doing different things in life in some shape or form, probably helping me, because as a community we all are connected. Okay, who's doing something that they enjoy but still wants to know what's going on in this crazy street of Twitter. So I took my time to grab them and share with you. So I'm satisfied. People need to learn to satisfy. Okay, I went off a little bit, but the UK psychologists, very shame. They should be ashamed of themselves. They should not call themselves psychologists. All right, let's see here. What was the topic was about? A 4-year-old video has seemingly broken Britain. All right, let's read some, and then that'll be it. Okay, the squad are laughing. Tragic, isn't it? There's that. Oh, please, don't put us all in the terrible royalist category. Most of Britain wants the royal family and their impossible grasp of reality gone. I agree with that. Many, now, okay, at the beginning, you see how I went off with the psychologist? I used to think all Brits was like that because it took them a while to start opening up. You could go back to some of my old videos. I used to be like, where are the Brits? Why they're not talking? But now they are. They call those Jeremy Vine and other stations that the squads share. Okay? They're speaking up. They're not buying those BS anymore. So when I see things like that, I like to point it out. Brits need to speak up. Okay? Misery Isle, accurate. Probably best not watch just after you've eaten. Okay? Next tweet. You see what's going on with America right now? There's a lot of Americans who's speaking against what's going on. But I know you see, I don't even share as much political tweets with you anymore because I did my part in November 2024. I did my part. Leading up to the election, I did my part. I warn, I give things, I give my opinion and all of that. But now we just rest. Okay, I take a peek here and there just to know what's going on. Alright, but let's finish up. Okay. Princess Kate was devastated by Meghan's narrative about Kate being mean. Well, Meghan spoke positively of her in the Oprah interview. She said, you know, she gave you, Kate gave her flower and apologized and all that. I mean, should she have gone savage the same way you guys have gone savage with her? That will make you guys happy? These people are freaking monsters. Spreading the lie that Meghan made you cry while Meghan was pregnant and then staying quiet, allowing a pregnant woman, Meghan, to be abused and threatened because of that lie. It's not mean. It's evil. And Kate is evil. Okay? What's funny is Harry was the one who outed Kate as a bitch, not Meghan. Harry then said the B word, but technically in a way, yeah. Harry was not playing. Exactly. Meghan never said she was mean or nasty. The only thing she said was that Kate allowed the public via the media to believe that Meghan had made her cry when it was the other way around. Yeah, them two expecting Easter present. If anyone in my family said that to me, they would be hit upside the head with that basket. Oh my God, I'm sorry, I'm laughing. If anyone in my family said that to me, they would be hit upside the head with that basket. Okay, let's see here. When did Meghan have a narrative that Kate was mean? As the Bible said, the wicked flee when no man pursue, but the righteous are bold as a lion. Proverbs 28. We also saw how Kate behaved in church. This article is a microcosm of the whole situation between the two couples. One couple ascribes humanity and another isn't. The fact that Kate can be supposedly so hurt by Meghan, who then speak badly of her, but Kate can see her not correcting the narrative how Meghan says everything. That's a very good point. But Kate's always been a mean girl, mean to the York girls, mean to everyone, and when Meghan came along, she was mean to her too. And the thing is that, this is the thing I will never forgive her. Harry, okay, was so welcome to her as an outsider, and then she then give that to Meghan. Let's say she didn't like Meghan, but because of Harry, she should have hold her pride and just be nice. And one thing I have said, I could understand with the institution, the way they are, and maybe a woman like her may never experience the barrage of the institution, how they could be like they did to Princess Diana. But because of Harry welcoming her, one of the things, if that was me, one of the things I would have done, I will talk to my husband and say, whatever is going on between you and your brother, keep me out of it. Okay? Keep me out of it. Don't make me do anything. I'm not part of it. You deal with your brother. And then you'll find a way during a family event, group event. I'm sure Harry will understand and tell Harry, I'm sorry, I don't want to be part of it. If you don't see me talk to your wife, there's a reason. Okay? I'm not trying to be mean, blah, blah, blah. You know how your brother could be. Whatever it would be to ease the tension with Harry. And then I'm sure Harry will explain that to Meghan. They would have understand and with all the situation. That's how I will handle it. But she participated, she joined, she cheered, she toast to the misery of pain of Meghan. So she's a baggage for God. Okay, but Kate always have, okay, I read that. We saw with our eyes and heard with our ears. Kate should be more worried about her racism showing. Well, we all saw the video. Meghan, who is famously known as a girl's girl, must have been shocked to find out her sister-in-law was a backstabbing, hate-filled, pick-me true. Alright, can anyone point or name 5 female friends of Kate Middleton, or even 3? Without her sister. I think there's something going on. The sister out, she's not sick or something. She needs to move on. We focus on the amazing pregnancy video. No one cares. You could have been kind, welcome, and understanding, but you chose to be who you are. It was a choice. That's a very good point. Let's go to the next tweet. Next one. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. I took screenshot of this. I took 3 good portions that illustrate this video. put it on my community board because I wanted to share some comments underneath it. So I took 3 screenshots of this video and 2 of the comments below it. It was, you could see the squad are just laughing. All right, so let's play it. I'll try my best. I will try my best to show it as much as I can without being flagged for it. If some people don't know, this is when they were revealing his portrait. Let me see if I could find it. Let me open a new tab. Okay, so you have an idea where the squad got this. Okay, this is where they got this from. Okay, let me mute it. Okay, all videos are showing it. So back to this. All right, let's read some of the comment. Yes sir, there's that. The squad are just laughing. You don't deserve internet. The squad are just laughing. I love it so much. Funniest thing ever. Okay, just laughing. There's that. Meghan says she filters what she reads on the internet. I guarantee this is going to be on her desk first thing in the morning. Your Royal Highness. There's that. Please watch before anything else. Please. There's this to be her pa or a fly on the royal wallpaper. Alright, let's go on the next tweet. Okay, that IG Meghan Markle just posted is the reason them folks can stand her. She got Harry out here dancing and enjoying life. I love them. And she won Harry too when they were dating during their courtship and said, if you want to raise a family, whatever attitude you were displaying to her, she doesn't want it.
People have said my wife saved me.
Yeah.
You know, I was stuck in this world.
Yeah.
And she was from a different world and helped sort of draw me out of that. But none of the elements of my life now would have been possible without me seeing it for myself.
Yeah.
As we know, it's one of the, you know, it's hard to change. It's almost impossible to change other people.
Yeah.
You've got to start with changing yourself.
Exactly.
And allow that growth to happen. But yes, my partner is an exceptional human being, and I'm eternally grateful for the wisdom and the space that she's been able to give to me.
Well, there's an incident in the book where you kind of lose it. I think you lose your temper, and she says to you, "You can't do that with me.
Mm-hmm.
I will not be with a person who does that.
Mm-hmm.
I will not have children with a person who does that.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have to figure out what's going on inside yourself." And my wife, bless her soul, has always challenged me to, she wouldn't put up with anything less than my true self.
Mm-hmm.
And what a gift.
Mm-hmm.
And so relationships, but not just with spouses, but also with people who see you and accept you, such an important part of healing, I think.
And I needed that.
Yeah.
I really needed that. I needed that pushback. I needed that moment of, again, scared of losing her. And it was a real moment because of the question that she asked.
Yeah.
She said, is it because that was how you were brought up? Or that you've experienced or seen or heard, you know, other people within your life speak to women like that? And it was like a light bulb moment. It was like, wow.
Yeah.
That's where it comes from. Not an excuse.
No.
Just
an understanding
of how these things manifest themselves and how we are so much a product of our own upbringing.
This is what making that marriage work right now, because they did the foundation work to get where they are now before they start raising a family. Okay, you think people care about that? They just don't like her. All right, there's the laugh here again, proving my point. Okay, just in case you guys want to see what she's responding to. Okay, you guys could read them, but I'm not. All right, excuse me, there's that. You could read, pause and read. Okay, let's pause. That's an ad anyway. This video is super cute and honestly authentic. Like I have said before, I don't like what she's done with regard to her family and the royal family. You probably don't understand what went on. Okay?
That may have been one of the things that upset her. And of course the photographs were a setup. I was set up by a guy named Jeff Rayner and another guy named Dylan Howard, who was with American Media, I think. And the whole thing was a plan to actually mess up the wedding.
But regardless, there is nothing she can do for people to like her. I like the video and her being authentic. The air is over there losing strength. My boy out here twerking. Okay, she has everyone across the pond and a titsy. Okay, that video brings joy. They can't stand it. I'm telling you, when they see people all having fun or happy, nope, they don't like it. That stiff upper lip are not for them. Okay, I'm happy for Meghan. She deserves the joy she has. Diana will be proud. I've watched it 5 times. Joy. So beautiful to see. She's lovely. There's the heart. Alright, next tweet. I don't know who Anita Baker is, but I take it she's a big deal. I've spoken about her before in one of my videos. I'm not sure if it's on this channel or PYTE. When she wanted to get her masters back, her music and things like that, it was a young black person who helped her get them back, and she posted about it, and I thought I shared it with you. That was maybe 2 years ago. All right, so Anita Baker is a R&B singer. She hasn't come out with new song yet, but in the 80s and 90s she was it. Not the Anita Baker herself, standing Duchess Meghan. The royal rats and their minions are not winning this battle. People are fed up with their lies. Okay, live your life, enjoy. Okay, there's that. That's Anita Baker. She retweeted Anita Baker. This is a screenshot, but Anita Baker retweeted this one from Instagram, and then someone took a screenshot and shared it. All right. Yes, she is. Okay, that's me responding saying yes, she is a big deal. One of the greatest songstresses of the modern age, and you don't know who. I mean, not everybody knows. Okay, not everybody knows. Okay, Kendrick Lamar will be offended. Nah, not everybody knows. Not everybody's into R&B, hip hop, or you name it, classical music and things like that. They might have the top classical musician out there right now. I would not know. And then if you are a classical music person, you listen to those music, and then you're playing a song to me, and you'll be like, you don't know who such and such is? No, because I don't listen to it. My goodness, not everybody knows. Okay, Miss Anita Baker is a very big deal. Respect to that queen all day, every day. Harry and Meghan should feel lucky to garner her attention. All right, so that's a GIF. She is very famous in the U.S. singer before even Diana was. Okay, P.S. Okay, let me not. She doesn't know. Okay, she literally told us she doesn't know, but people, I guess, who she follow or tweeting about it, and she put it on my timeline, and I happened to share it with you. All right, next tweet. I don't like to blame people for not knowing. I rather someone say they don't know instead of BSing me. All right, let's pause this. Okay, I haven't shared some of her thing quite some time after her rant not too long ago. I forgot what she was ranting about, but I did share that rant with you. Okay, Meghan heard. Oh, I remember. Is it a charity that Meghan Archwell did not fund, and she was running wild with that? So a lot of the squatters were against it. I even called her out on it. But anyway, this is the next tweet. Meghan haters losing their minds over her baby mama dance has me laughing out loud. The usual suspect, Piers Morgan, Sarah Vine, Angela Levine, and Camilla Tomney. Oh, the clapback to Royal News Network had me in stitches. Their reaction to Meghan and Harry is so predictable. All right, almost 3 minutes. Let's listen. Screenshot, okay?
The meltdown of the Meghan British hating public, especially the British media, has been so hilariously predictable. They're losing their godforsaken minds, and we love to see it. I mean, all she did was dance while pregnant. Oh my god. Let's take a look at some of the headlines and their comments. Sarah Vine. Did they think twerking like trailer trash teens would endear them to the masses? They're already endeared to the masses, my dear. Those who don't like them and hate them, nobody wants to be endeared to them. And can I just say, it takes a trailer trash to know what a trailer trash is, and I think you appear to be the only trailer trash here. Camilla be like, even in my wildest pregnancy moments, I can't imagine twerking like Meghan. Can you twerk? Can you move your body to the rhythm? Look,
I'm laughing because there was one tweet I shared on my community board where some squad is a 400-pound deranged talking about that. It was so hilarious. I've shared that already, but let's continue. That's what came to mind.
it takes a certain kind of je ne sais quoi to be able to move and to be able to dance. And quite frankly, this statement here, like many mothers, what are you talking about? Many mothers do everything they can possibly do, like I did, to get the baby out after 40 weeks. And what Meghan was doing was perfectly normal, not unusual. I danced, many mothers dance. Hell, I did worse than just dance, right? To get those babies out because mommy has things to do. And sour-faced Angela Levitt be like, what is Meghan Markle up to? Showing a wobbly stomach and bending down legs wide so you can almost see their tops. Are you jealous? You're jealous, Angela. You want to be royalty, but they do not want you. And you are jealous. That is why you hate Meghan.
Oh my God.
The sexual tension is hot in Piers Morgan. He be like, we're about 2 months away from the sex date.
Wow.
People, how do you go from a dance to a sex date? You know, Piers Morgan is just showing the world how deeply entrenched his sexual obsession of Meghan Markle is. Because this isn't about Meghan, this is all about Piers. And Piers, let me tell you this.
Yes,
Keep Meghan
ma'am.
Sussex out of your disgusting, rotten mind. I need you to read this. Get the vomit back. Meghan Markle just posted herself hiking a dress and twerking her butt to the camera in labor and delivery. This is just disgusting. Some things are better kept private. The response to this, chef's kiss. Check this out. So this lady on the left is clearly Royal News Network, and she's a Princess Catherine fan. This response to her trashing Meghan, so satisfying. Read it. Ma'am, you have bigger fish to fry than Meghan Markle. Like the fact that your brows haven't been seen since the play years, that your lips are thinner than Prince William's headline, and you've got gums that could have started their own colonial empire.
Alright. Let's read some of the comments. I legit BOL when you say to Camilla Tomney, can you twerk? There's that. Disliking Harry and Meghan is not an option. It's a red flag. The kind waves by people who ruin your handle, talk behind your back at book club, and bring a kale salad to a kid's birthday party like that's ever been appropriate. Alright. He then need to make those personal comments about the person behind. There's that. Alright, let's move on. Let's go to the next tweet. I need to finish this video. I was looking at something on the side. This is another video. Oh, okay.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better